Hi, welcome to my ocean. Welcome to Panama. Beautiful, beautiful Bihao, Panama. Thought I'd stop being stingy with this view. And also just come and have a conversation with you about what the heck are business hours. Hi everybody. Shoot me a comment. Tell me where you're watching from. Hi. It's been so long since I've just gone live randomly, but you're welcome. Random live. This is my ocean. Welcome. Ocean. This is everybody. Everybody, this is the ocean. In case you haven't seen it before, huge gift. All right. I have gotten, so tomorrow I have a class starting, but I've had so many people be confused about it. So we're going to talk a little bit about what business hours are, why do them, etc. Hi, Susie. And for the class tomorrow, you can go to accessconsciousness.com/Crystal Crawford and you can see about it. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Lee. Hello from India. Hi, Meena. Meenakshi. Beautiful. Where are you guys watching from? Tell me everything. Show me a naked picture. Kidding. When you are aware of entities and you don't allow yourself to work with them and you consciously, you're always at the effect of your awareness, okay? So, hi Mara. Okay, so what business hours are, very succinctly, is the time you set aside every day, the time and the space you set aside daily to consciously, actively work with entities. That's what business hours are. So the class that I have coming is a daily practice for 14 days, guided with me in working with and receiving from entities. Now, so it's like really, really simple. This is what it is. Come choose it or don't. But what I'm seeing emerge in just my choice to put this class out there is this kind of curiosity about it, number one, but also like, why would I do this? Like, what does this add to my life? So I guess I thought I'd talk to you a little bit about that because there is no other class that I've ever facilitated, no other class that I've facilitated that has shown me being, knowing, perceiving, and receiving like talk to the entities. Now, the thing about the class is that, all the conversations are in and around like the spirit world and all the different facets of the spirit world and, all the myths and the archetypes that you might have been functioning from that keep you from accessing the spirit world and all that stuff. But what you come out of in a Talk to the Entities beginner class is like so much more of you, because you literally cannot interact with a spirit world without being, without knowing, without perceiving, without receiving. And so what this has given me access to is like everything. So here's the thing, you guys. We are infinite beings. We're not finite beings. We're not thinking, feeling, figuring out machines. We are infinite beings with infinite knowing, infinite perceiving, infinite receiving. And, for so much of my time and access, hi Mirta, that was very conceptual. The 4 elements of creation are choice, question, possibility, and contribution, right? That's what actually creates something. What actually allows life to work is being, knowing, perceiving, and receiving. So, we're given all this very different information right up front. Like in Foundation, here's how life works. Be more, receive more, perceive more, know more, right? Know what you know, be what you are. How do you take what seems like these huge concepts and actually apply them in life? And this is where the entities have been such a massive gift to me. So you can kind of take that conversation and pin it and go, okay, if I were willing to be more, receive more, perceive more, and know more, would my life work better? You know, you can take it that direction. I would take it that direction. So pin that. Then there's this other facet of like, you are aware of the spirit world. It is as much a part of our world as bacteria, as fungi, as, you know, viruses. Like there's these subsets, or no, that's not true. There are these universes of what is that if we start to acknowledge them and include them in our awareness and include them in the way we know the world works, allows our world to work better. Like, I've got to find out some scientific facts on this virus bacteria stuff because I think it's so fascinating. But every time I hear like a factoid about viruses or bacteria, I'm like shocked and amazed. Like, there's some crazy statistic that our entire body is composed of viruses and bacteria, essentially. That's wrong, but hi, Alexandra. Anyway, I say all that to say that, like, you know, for like we've just come through 3 years where we're kind of on this war against bacteria, and yet bacteria is like what allows our body to function, you know? So it's like when you start to function from faulty information, you kill the possibilities. And this is what I see people doing with the spirit world. It's like, I can cognitively know that I'm aware of ghosts. I can have, I can have even taken the Talk to the Entities class. I can have come through my entire life and know that I have this awareness. And that's all, but that's like having it on one level. Like having something as a cognitive reality is different than like living with it, functioning as that. Oh yeah, Megan's got some good facts here. Oh, Alexandra's got good facts. Okay, so you guys go read the comments. Oh no, I did a thing. Hold on. I fucked up my... Okay, well now my view's all screwed up, guys. Tell me if your view's screwed up too. Anyway, Megan and Alexandra wrote some really, really fun things about facts about bodies, okay? So... now I'm all distracted because I can't see myself in the way that I saw myself before. Anyway, blah, 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 with whatever I did with the comments. Okay, here's where I want to go with this. Knowing something as a cognitive reality is very different from functioning as that thing, okay? And including that in your world. And what gives me more access to what I am, which is this aware being, and then on top of that, a spirit aware being. What gives me more access to that as a gift is choosing to practice that daily. So if you only ever know, for example, the Access Consciousness tool of who does it belong to, but you never actually choose to function as an aware being, then you're always going to be at the effect of your awareness. So it's like, okay, you have the information that you're psychic, but are you functioning in the world as a psychic? Or are you still functioning in the world as if you're not psychic and you're fucked up and you're trying to fix how you're fucked up? So to me, what this business hours possibility gives us is the chance to practice being a spirit-aware being. And so every day we show up and we get present and we become more and we get stronger and we practice being spirit-aware. Number one. Number two, what business hours does is it gives the entities that are trying to get your fucking attention a time and place to come get your attention. They can actually get what they need from you at that time. And so it's this simultaneous gift to them and to you, because when you don't choose to function as a spirit-aware being, you're hurting, you know? Your head hurts, your being hurts, you're foggy, all the things that show up as spirit-aware symptoms. So it's this simultaneity of gifting and receiving that you choose when you show up daily for what we're calling business hours. Now, this is something that gets talked about kind of off the cuff in Foundation, and I think truly kind of gets dismissed by most of us that are spirit-aware. Because we're like, you know, in Foundation, there's this like one-liner sentence in the manual that says, hey, like if spirits are waking you up at night, set business hours. And we're like, yeah. Oh, great idea. I'll do that. And then we get out of foundation and we just never fucking do it, or we set the business hours and we never actually show up. And so you know, just because it's like telling your friend you're going to show up for coffee and then never showing up, and there's just no closure. Like, your friend's just like, well, are we ever going to like connect? And you never say one thing or another. You just keep saying you're going to show up, but then you never show up, right? So this is you showing up. But the coolest thing is yes, it's you showing up to handle and deal with and be with the spirits, but it's also you showing up for and as you. And so this crazy thing happens when you're willing to show up for and as you. Like, everything in your life gets greater. You're now showing up as willing to be present, willing to engage, willing to be, willing to know, willing to perceive, willing to receive, willing to actively participate in what's occurring, rather than ignoring it, avoiding it, defending against it, and hurting because of it. And that willingness that you choose expands everything in your life. Like, if you were willing to show up and engage and get present with and as money, what would change in your life? If you were willing to show up and get present and engage with and as business in the world, with and as the gift that you are, what would show up? So this business hours starts to strengthen your willingness and your ability to be and to know and to perceive and receive, and simultaneously gifts you with the fortune that engaging with the spirit world is. So I'd like to warmly invite you to choose that. You do need a Talk to the Entities class beginning to come play with us in this particular class. However, if you've ever taken it, you've got the prereqs. I'd also like to invite you that if you don't have the prereqs and this has done something in your world, to go find a Talk to the Entities beginning class or ask me to create one. It's such a fucking gift. Everything in my life has changed since I added this ability consciously to my life. So accessconsciousness.com/Crystal Crawford to come play with us starting tomorrow in the business hours. Private message me if you want to host and create a Talk to the Entities class. And if you just want to take this conversation, it's like, what ability do you have with the spirit world that if you chose to engage with it would change everything in your life? And what is actually possible? What gift are you actually capable of being for you and for the world that you haven't chosen yet? So I'll see you in the business hours or somewhere else around the world, and I hope this was a gift to you. Have an incredible rest of your day.